where are you at exactly? Where do you feel like you need direction? Finding ideas, how to actually implement it, how to actually get it live, how to market it?
I already saw all your videos on YouTube.
Oh, good.
So yeah, I have already like some ideas about the app. That's why I'm calling it to know how to proceed like properly. I would like to go for a app that bring more sales for the merchants. Something like WhatsApp application. Because I know that many countries such as Brazil, Morocco, India, they use WhatsApp in order to sell.
Yeah.
And so something like WhatsApp or SMS
for card recovery.
SMS yeah, exactly. SMS recovery or email recovery, something like this.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So these are, first of all, these are great ideas. Generally speaking, anything that generates revenue is good, but these are pretty saturated markets. Maybe WhatsApp not yet, but there are a few apps that are doing card recovery and campaigns. I think Super Lemon is the one that is the most popular right now. I know the guys who created it, cool guys. They sold it, by the way, and now they're working on another project. And they were like, I think $20,000 a month when they sold it. I'm not sure if that's the numbers when it's ended.
Yeah.
So yeah, with WhatsApp, again, still undersaturated, but it's getting pretty competitive. You need to think about some features that are going to be unique to your app, or you at least need to win with the pricing. Otherwise, it's going to be hard for you to get started. Let's have a quick look on the App Store.
Okay.
Just want to see what we have with WhatsApp. By the way, we have an app for card recovery and automation. I just want to be clear about this, so you don't say later something like, I took your idea or something.
Yeah. No. I got it. Yeah.
So yeah, WhatsApp is kind of undersaturated. It looks like a market still can be won. Someone can still take it. The reviews are not good, and there are not like maybe 6 apps out there for WhatsApp. Let's look at. So in terms of the keyword itself, WhatsApp, it's pretty competitive. If you look at my screen now, you can see that if I search for WhatsApp, the entire first page is pretty well optimized for the H1 and H2, but you can see that the reviews are not good. So if you want to win in this industry, you must win 5-star reviews only. So you need to fight like crazy not to get a single 4 or below star reviews. Okay, because you can see there is only one here that is without, the only one here, actually there are 2. The ones that are without H2 in the title have good reviews. Now, I see that many of the apps here are not fully dedicated to generating sales. Let's search for cart maybe. All right, so you have like 6 at the top that are built in order to generate extra revenue, but the rest are pretty much chats and all of that. So what you can do, first of all, you can have both of them. Let's look at chat. All right. So yeah, most of them have chat as well. So these are the main keywords you probably want to aim for, but you need to, first of all, really optimize the app listing, which is something, again, once your app is live, we can talk about it. I'll show you exactly how to do that. There's a step-by-step process we do. So I can show you how to keep the optimization, but you really must fight on the good reviews. Otherwise, they're just going to kill you. Because the entire first page is very optimized for WhatsApp. So maybe at the beginning, I would go for maybe WhatsApp in a combination of exact match of something. Maybe something like, let's see, when we search for WhatsApp, yeah, that's the only one that is recommended. But if we look for WhatsApp chat or WhatsApp cart, WhatsApp cart recovery, maybe you'll have less searches, but it's going to be much easier for you to optimize for. Because if you look for WhatsApp cart, none of them have an exact match of this keyword. So if you just have WhatsApp cart and someone searches for WhatsApp cart recovery, you're going to come up first. So this is just a few quick ideas. I'm talking a lot. Maybe it's best if you ask questions and then I'll kind of go to the...
No, that's correct. I'm learning from you, don't worry. So my question is, how do you work? Because, for example, on dropshipping, I think that the most important thing to know if the product works is to test it.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think it's a good idea, like to bring an ID, for example, I don't know, I can create first the app and then market it, or I have to know what I'm doing before launch it?
So you have a very competitive advantage compared to the competition. You are a merchant, which means you know exactly what it needs to look like. Okay, I'm not a product manager. I've never built other SaaS products before I got into this. I got very familiar with e-commerce because I did it for 2 years. And then I had so many ideas in my mind. I mean, you've been doing this for 2 years. You need to have a list of tons of ideas, and you just need to pick the ones that are the most unique and you think have the most potential, and ideally the ones that are the simplest to implement. Okay, so let's say it's WhatsApp. The marketing itself, I wouldn't worry about it too much. The marketing itself, it's fairly easy. Most of the app developers are not marketers and they don't really know how to optimize their listing, and it's fairly easy, specifically with Facebook ads. Not Facebook ads, Shopify ads. Do any Google ads with your store?
Few, but not mainly.
Okay, so Shopify.
I know it.
Shopify ads are very easy to win if you are a marketer. Let me show you around. So with Shopify ads, it's like Google, but even easier because it's all exact match. If it's broad, it doesn't even matter. And we get an ROI of more than 1,000% on all of our ads in total. So that's beautiful. And by the way, in terms of ROI, it's going to go up with time. You can see this is from the past year, and you can see that it's getting more competitive. The prices go up, we get less clicks and less installs, but still, if you look at how much we spend on ads, we spend about $, and we generated over. That's the ROI, and it's going up because, merchant that started paying you now, it's going to keep paying you over the month, so their generated revenue is going to go up. So this is something I recommend doing. It's going to be super easy. I'm going to show you all the techniques. Again, there's a step-by-step process we go with when it comes to ads. We don't do, if you just go for the main keywords, like if you try to bid for the keyword WhatsApp, don't do that. It's going to cost you a fortune and you're going to lose a lot of money. So we created like a bunch of campaigns and tons of keywords. There's strategy behind it to keep paying very little and generating a lot of it. So that's not an issue in terms of marketing. And in terms of the app listing, again, very easy. There is a step-by-step process. You connect your app to Google Analytics. By the way, stop me at any point if you feel like it's either unhelpful because you know it or you feel like you don't understand anything. Feel free to just stop me.
No, I'm not. Okay, thank you. I'm not familiar yet with the Shopify ads. This is the first time I saw them. So
no, you can see it on the App Store. You can see this is the first three at the top are usually ads.
Okay.
So if I go to acquisition overview, are you familiar with Google Analytics a little bit?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
Yes.
So just to show you in terms of optimization what it looks like, today from search on the App Store we get about clicks a day. Conversion rate is around 25%. So you see these are conversion rates that you're not used to. It's much better. But if I go from 2018 when we launched the app, you can see that it was a marathon. It's not something that you do one time and then boom, it explodes. It's not like Facebook ads. We started with getting like 20 clicks a day, 30 clicks a day, and now we really doubled down and optimized everything. Okay? So just so you know, this is what it looks like and this is what you should expect. With App Store optimization, it takes time. All the time you just keep optimizing for another keyword and another keyword, and you need to place yourself in a place of strength and make sure you have positive reviews. With positive reviews, ideally you want to control what people are writing. So if WhatsApp is an important keyword for you, you want to make sure that in the reviews, the customers are mentioning WhatsApp. Okay? So this is just an example. We can talk about reviews later, but the important thing you need to understand is just you need to generate reviews. Keep it only 5-star. 4-star reviews are bad. You need to reach out to the merchant and do everything you can to either change it to 5 stars or remove it. Getting back to the product, you asked me, how do you know if the product works? Again, you are a merchant, so you should be able to know if the product works or not. You need to do the basic testing, probably the same thing that customers would do or the same thing that merchants would do if they install it. So what you want to do, if you're going for WhatsApp, by the way, I'm going to continue with the WhatsApp example. You might have other ideas. I'm just saying WhatsApp because that's the first one you said. So what I would do is I would install all of these different WhatsApp apps, look at their pricing, look at the product, look at the onboarding, and look at the complexity, and try to win at any one of these fields. So let's say pricing, let's have a look at all of these apps. Let's have a look at their pricing. The best way to actually know the price is to install and play with it because many times they kind of lie on the pricing. Basically, you want to take what you like from each app, and if you think you can make it even better, make it better. So if the first app need 5 clicks to activate the app, try to think how you can make it 3 clicks. If they make 3 clicks, try to think how you can make it 2 clicks. In Reconvert, we're reducing the activation from 5 clicks to a single click. It took a lot of work, a lot of time, but now it's going to be 1 click activation. We are very proud of it. This version is coming out very soon. Usually the shorter it takes to merchants to activate the app, the longer they're going to stay with you. Because the first day, this is when you lose merchants the most. If I show you some analytics here, you can think about yourself as a merchant. Usually if you uninstall the app, it's probably the same way or the second day because it didn't do what you expected to do, right? If we look at uninstalls, you can see we had uninstalled this month, and you can see that the same day is 1,000 of them. It's like all together pretty much the same. So you really want to keep this as low as you can. And then it's really going to impact your bottom line in the long run. So onboarding is a very big thing. You want to make it very simple. If the other apps are very complex, you just want to make it simple. You want to win in pricing. And then in terms of features, try to actually explore the other apps as a merchant, see what's missing, and try to build that. If you're looking for it, probably other merchants are looking for it as well. Do you want to share some other ideas for apps you had?
I thought about tracking, like something like fake trackings.
Fake?
For dropshipper, when they ship the product from China, usually the tracking number is in Chinese, so the customer doesn't like this.
Yeah.
So what we can do is to create an app that hide the.
Wait, are there any apps that are doing that right now?
Hmm?
Do you know any apps that are doing that, or you're going to be the first one?
Yes, I know one which is Tracking Genie.
Tracking Genie?
Genie, yes, like genius.
Oh, nice.
French.
What? I want to see this. Tracking Genie.
Yeah.
That's nice. All right, cool. So they have a fake thing. If they're the only ones, I think that's great to get started with. The thing with tracking, sometimes it can be a little bit more complex and it's not generating extra revenue. But I think there is tons of extra value in it for merchants. Both solutions you just said sound like a very simple thing to develop. Either way. So once you have, did you started working on documentation or specification or anything?
Not yet, because I don't have an example. So I don't know how, because to be honest with you, I understand nothing on programmation development.
You don't need to.
And recently,
I don't either, by the way. I don't know anything about development. I'm not technical.
Yeah, and I tried to hire someone on Upwork recently for the tracking application, but he asked me many things like hosting, backend, front end, and everything like this. So that's why.
Okay, let's make it simple. What I would suggest you do, you need to find a developer that already have apps on the App Store that you know for sure he developed. Okay, then what you want to do is, and sometimes you'll see company that they have multiple apps, and then ask them for links for public apps they already built. Then you can install the app, see if they works good. If they works good, that's great, and you can start from there. They can do it. Now, once they can do it, they're going to ask you all these technical questions, what servers you want, what database you want. You say, listen, I don't give a fuck. You tell me what you prefer, okay? I go there, I install, but it's important that you open the account. You're the owner, and you're giving them access, okay? Don't tell them you open the account. Everything you do under your account, and you give the developers access. Otherwise, they're going to someday block you and take the entire thing, okay? Now, don't worry too much about developers stealing your stuff. You need to work with people you trust. But generally speaking, everything is on your ownership, and you give them access to play with. Okay, so if it's the database, if it's servers, if it's the partners dashboard, you need to open a partners dashboard. Everything is on your access, on your ownership. So do that, and it really doesn't matter what language they use. It doesn't matter what database or what server they use. Ask them, what do you think is the best option? Go with it. And if you grow and you have this growth pain because of that, because it's not good enough, which we had, by the way, tons of, you'll probably have enough budget in that time to bring in a professional to fix it. So we had a lot of issues with the database, and we had some crashes when we started growing. The app used to crash like every week for an hour, and it caused a lot of issues. So we brought in a DevOps team. We pay them like $1,000 a month, and they take care of all of this shit. It's not a problem anymore. Then it happened again at the end of last year. Things started to crash or slowing down because we had a database issue. So we brought in a DBA for a project, and now he teached our developers how to work, and now it's solved. So don't worry about it too much, because at the beginning it's super easy. Once you start getting traffic, then you need to think about these things, and you're going to have the budget to fix it with. Okay?
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, don't be afraid.
How about the developers? I mean, because like, for example, on Upwork, I was looking for, I created many jobs just to have an idea about how it works. So, like, for example, I created a job to create a WhatsApp application, another one for the tracking application, and another one for the SMS application.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a few proposals, but to be honest, many of them, they didn't have enough experience with Shopify, or this is the first time, but they say, okay, I can do it. But
after all, whenever you take someone to work for you, you want to know that they have the capabilities. For me, the easiest way to find someone that I knew can do it is find someone who have an app. That's for me, but it's not for sure for everybody. I mean, you can find good developers without it. I'm just thinking it's a better way. Let me see if I can log into my account.
Okay.
And show you my job post and how we got started. So for me, I just had 2 questions for each developer. First, send me a link to an app you already have on the App Store. After they did it, what we tried doing is just ask them to go through the specification document we created and give a time estimation and ask questions through everything. First of all, you need to create the specification document. It needs to be as specific as possible, okay? Once you have that, you give it to the developer. All the developers that are applying to the job, you give them access to this doc, like a comment access, and then tell them to give you time estimations per sections, okay? And ask all the questions. Now, a good developer will ask many questions and will give you very specific time estimations, okay? And it's going to show that they're serious, that they actually read it and figure out what they need to do. A bad developer will just give you like 100 hours for the entire thing without even asking questions, without even understanding. And you want someone who can really ask the questions, because if the developers are not doing that, it's going to be way more expensive, because the questions will come up later after they already wasted tons of time working on development. Let me see if I can get it.
How do you work for the budget or the payment? Are we going for a fixed price on the creation, I mean? Or like...
It's really up to you. Right now we are on hourly rate. But what you want to do is you want to get from multiple developers the time estimations, plus you want to get not estimation, but a proposal for the entire job, okay? And then you can, if you see that some things are taking too much time at the beginning and you want to save a little bit on the budget, you can tell them, okay, move this section, we can do it later. But you want to get just multiple proposals on the entire thing. And then, you might even take the one that is most expensive if it looks the best to you. But first of all, you're going to see that you're getting realistic, budgets and fair proposals, but it's really up to you. Beginning, we started with a fixed rate, and then we started working hourly. Let's go through all job posts. Let's go to the last one. All right, developing a Shopify app. I think that was the first one. It's not the real job post, but the idea was to write down everything we needed, then ask them for a link for apps they build, then send them the documentation, ask them for time estimation for everything, plus asking as many questions as they need. And then you're going to get on a call with them, try to understand what they're like, and from there you can really choose the one that you think will be the best fit. And it's a lot about how you feel about them. It's not always just technical stuff.
Yeah.
You know how it is hiring online. I think it's too old, so it's not showing anything. Never mind. I can maybe find it later and send it to you.
Okay, and is it possible for you to send me a specification document example that I can?
Yeah. Can you send me your email? Let's do this right now. I'll send you a view access, okay?
Yeah. No.
Do you want the first specification we've ever had, or would you like something newer?
Newer is better, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe like two of them, so we can have two versions. I can compare. Recently, I saw many ads on about Shopify apps on Facebook, and there are a lot of comments like, "Does it work on Wix? Does it work on Magento? Does it work on WordPress?" So there is a lot of need in other platforms. Have you already tried another platform than Shopify?
Yes. First of all, it's great thinking. The fact that you're even thinking that's great. It's going to make you more stable. Shopify is by far the biggest in terms of not users, in terms of paying customers. So we have one app that is on both Wix and Shopify. It's called Carty.
Carty, yes, I know.
So, yeah. So this one.
I saw ads from Carty too.
Okay, cool. So we have it both on Wix and Shopify. Now we do get traffic. Let me show you what it looks like. Actually, we never talked about it on the channel, I think. We're getting 10 installs a day, but not many paying customers. They're not as likely to pay as Shopify customers. And also their billing is more limited than the Shopify billing. So the dashboard on Wix looks very similar to the one on Shopify with partners. I'll show you some stats just so you can know what you can expect. There's plenty of room to make money on Wix. I can tell you from what I know, usually most people go to BigCommerce after they go to Shopify because it's the second biggest. I think that Wix have more potential. Magento is a whole different story. It's more bigger stores that are premium stores. But to be honest, I think it's a dying platform. It's very old. So this is what we got on Wix. You can see we have about 50 clicks daily and we get about 10 installs daily. But in terms of installs, it's very low. It's one every few days. Someone upgrades. You can see here it's not as good as Shopify. You see we have 18 stores that are paying right now, between $5 to $500, depends on the plan. And we got out of 600 installs, so it's very low. So this is with Wix. Good thinking. If you can build the app in a way, you need to mention that in the specification. You want to build it in a way that it's available for multiple platforms, and you can give WooCommerce and Wix as an example. And then the developer will know to build it in that way, so it's not going to be a waste of time.
What about the reviews? I know that you told me at the beginning that it's very important to keep it always 5 stars.
Yes.
But is there any trick, any way to do it at the beginning? Because I know that because I'm a merchant, so automatically I will ask all my friends to give me a 5 star.
Yes, but be careful about it. They need to install, they need to keep it for a while, and only then give you a review, because Shopify now is very, very tough on fake reviews. Okay, be very careful about it. You don't want to get banned for it. Now, one other thing you want to do, you want to have a live chat, ideally 24/7, obviously at the beginning not, but just when you're awake, keep a live chat. And you want to personally talk to users as the founder. Tell them, hey, what's going on? It's my app. I would appreciate any feedback. And it's important that they will love you. It's not about the app. If you just add emojis, joke with them, tell them, wow, what a beautiful story you got. Just talk to them like a merchant. Okay, talk to them like a merchant. Get them to love you, and they will leave you a review not because they like the app. They will leave you a review because they like you. Okay, the support guy. So, add emojis, laugh with them, really lower the bar to what justifies a review. You don't need to fix a major bug. You don't need to build anything for them. If they ask you what's the time and you say it's 8 p.m., good enough, give me a review. And what's going to happen? They're always going to say, yeah, I'll do it after I finish setup. Okay, stay with him, talk to him, keep talking to him, then ask again. If you ask multiple times, they're going to feel uncomfortable for not leaving you a review, and they will do that for you. Okay, so these are all things you can do. And then, the more conversations you have, the better you'll get at this. It's not 100% success, but we at the beginning, we have, I think, 15% review rate. But it's just because us, the founders, were there on the chat. Now the rate is much lower because we have support agents. But at the beginning, you want it to be you. Okay?
And which application do you use for the chat? How does it work?
Okay, so we use Crisp. It's free at the beginning. They have a lot of cool features. So you just add this live chat to the app. You can have a help center. It's an awesome app. There's also have a free like live translate feature. So if someone start writing you on French, don't know French, you can just do automatic translate to English. You write in English, you see it in French. You write in French, you see it in English. So that's great. And you can tag customers and all of that. So if Gorgias and Reamaze are the good ones for Shopify merchants, then Crisp is the one for SaaS. It's great. They also have tons of integrations. So you can connect multiple services here. EasyCall is one of our apps. We created an integration with them, so you can sync phone calls. But you can add, WhatsApp number, chat, Messenger, so that everything is in one location.
Okay. We were talking about the budget. Just to get to have an idea. For example, if I want to develop a WhatsApp application, according to you, how much will it cost me? Like to get the first version, like version number 1?
Okay, it depends what you want to have in the first version. I wouldn't give you a budget because it depends on working hours of the developers. But if you want to make sure you get a fair price, you need to create the specification document and get multiple offers from multiple developers. And then you'll see if someone is trying to, just fake something or if they're giving you a good rate. Also, if you see that you have 5 developers that are telling you, listen, it's going to take 100 hours, and one developer telling you it's going to take 1,000 hours, you know that he's bluffing. Okay, and then from the ones that are giving you the real time frames, if it's 150 or 160, it's the same idea. It doesn't really matter because they both really estimate a real time. They're not trying to con you or something. Then you need to figure out which one you think will do a better job, and then you need to negotiate. Okay, so for us, we started a fixed rate. The developers wanted, I think, $14 an hour, and we eventually started at $9 an hour. By the way, they're still working with us until today, and now they're getting paid $22 an hour. But again, this is because they worked with us for a long time, and we want to pay the developers. But at the beginning, if you try to save, you really want to negotiate it to get started at a place of power where you can really, it's going to be easy for you to give them what they need in the future.
Okay. And do you share your earnings with your developers or not?
They can see it. They can see it. They build the billing, so they can see what we make. Okay. On the other hand, they know that, but they don't know other stuff. Like they don't know how much you pay other people. They don't know how much you pay taxes. They don't know how much you pay on marketing, and this is all a lot of money. Understand?
Yeah, got it. If I have understood, first of all, you create a specification document.
Yeah.
You share to developers. Then you hire a developer. You have your app. You submit it to Shopify. It gets approved, and then you launch the Shopify app, and you ask for reviews. And then once you have like many reviews, you go for the marketing on Shopify, and then you make some post on Facebook,
very simple. Yeah, what you said until all the way until the launch, it's completely up to you. Okay, once it's live, then it's up to customers as well, and then the game starts. You might launch a shitty product, okay, and then no matter what you do, it's not going to work. But again, because you were a merchant and you kind of know what you want it to look like. By the way, if you want to skip the old design issue, I would just suggest build it in Polaris, Shopify Polaris. It's a UI UX design kit by Shopify. You just go to polaris.shopify.com and you can see all the design elements by Shopify. Okay, and you can also download the Figma file, so it's going to be ready for you to use. That's just going to save you, and it's also going to be more familiar for merchants to use because they know how Shopify works. So the entire process you mentioned all the way up to launch is exactly like you said. You make specification document, you find the right developers, you developer, and you launch. From launch, what you want to do is, at the beginning, I would suggest go for specific keywords that are less competitive and are going to be much easier for you to rank. Okay, then start generating reviews and aim for specific keywords you want to rank inside the reviews. You can just say to the person who leaves the review, like, hey man, any chance you can include this keyword? It will help me rank. And they would likely to do that because it's just a nice thing to do. It's nothing bad. And you want to really work hard on these reviews. Once you get these reviews, you can try slowly but steady aiming for tougher keywords. Now, it's not going to be easy. Again, as I mentioned, it's a marathon and it's going to take a while to keep optimizing. Okay, you want to go to Google Analytics on a weekly basis, keep optimizing. I'll show you how to do that once you get it right. And you also need to keep track of the metrics. You need to understand how much people are paying you, and you can only do your marketing based on how much people are paying you. And this is where it's kind of different from normal dropshipping, which usually you have an average order value and it's very simple. You need to be profitable on that. With SaaS, you need to track an average user across multiple months and see what's the average lifetime value. Okay, and based on the average lifetime value, if you can get installs for less than that, then you're profitable. It's very simple.
Did you hire a marketing agency who is doing ads for you, or you are doing it yourself?
Right now, I'm handling all the ads. I have ads on multiple platforms. We have Shopify, we have Reddit, TikTok, Facebook, Google, Bing, Yandex, Twitter, Snapchat, Quora, and Pinterest. But they're all on very low budget. I'm just going for the ads that are for sure profitable, and maybe they're lower volume. So they're all very low volume, but super profitable.
Okay. But what is the best channel just after Shopify ads?
For me, it's Google. Let me show you the stats for Google. But Google takes a long time to optimize. So you start with very high budget per install, and you just over time, you just remove everything that doesn't work, and you stay just with the winning keywords and the winning ads, and then it gets interesting. We spend, I think, like $dollars a month on Google, something like that. Not sure about the exact number.
Yeah.
Let me show you. You need to start looking at developers as just like any other type of employee you got in your store, like customer support. It's the same idea. They're coming to do their job. They're coming to help you. So they're not like, I know at the beginning you're kind of scared they're going to steal your things or do anything like that. They don't really care about, like, they don't believe usually in the product at the beginning. So they won't try to build it on their own. They prefer the monthly salary you're giving them, because developers, they charge a lot. So if we go to, all campaigns, this is last 30 days. So about $, and the cost per install is $1 and something. So we started with about $12 an install. Now it really went down because we find some strategies behind it. But we have one campaign for search, we have one Gmail campaign, one display campaign. We had a few video ads, but the video ads, they kind of died down because they're not updated, like videos from 2018. So we stopped it because it stopped converting.
You're mainly doing the retargeting, I guess, on Google.
On Google, it's not retargeting. I'm doing retargeting as well, but it's not retargeting. On Facebook, I'm doing just retargeting.
Because the thing is, I have never launched ads on Google. Like, I wanted to do it, but I got suspended. Like, the first...
Dude,
I don't know why.
Listen, to be honest, it's super easy. You know how ads on Google works. What you want to do is just create very targeted ads for specific keywords. You want to think about all the keywords that are somehow relevant to your app and create an ad for each keyword, specific keyword, and have as many keywords as you can. And then, over time, you're going to look at the search terms that didn't work. You're going to remove them and keep the keywords that worked. And over time, that's how your cost per install is going to go down. We started at very, very high cost per install. Let's see if we got it here. Cost per conversion. I think, yeah, that's the one. Okay, so if we let's do all time. You can see that the cost per conversion started at $8. Okay, and then over time we optimized, and really got it down. Now it's look at it. It's $1, and we started at $8. So that's why I'm saying at the beginning you need to be willing to spend more, but over time you're just going to take it down, because you're going to, the way you start, just put everything down, like just a dump of keywords, and over time you just remove everything that doesn't work.
How does it work to get paid on Shopify partner? I heard that you need like PayPal.
Yes.
Is it possible to? Is there another way?
It depends on the country, by the way. So you start with PayPal, and then in Israel, if you go over $30,000 in monthly revenue, you're getting everything to your bank account without any commission, which is cool. If India, I know it's 10,000, but I don't know what it is in Canada. Like, maybe in Canada they have better solutions.
No, I think it's the same. It's the same.
So you better,
like
you're going to be able to just talk to them over chat and see what it's like. Maybe, I guess this year probably they're going to open other options. What currency do you use, like Canadian dollars?
No, American dollar.
So you're good to go. No issue there. You get everything in dollars either way. I only been to Toronto, in Shopify Unite, the conference for developers. By the way, they're having another one in about a week. You better be there to see if they have any announcements. If you want to look for new opportunities, these are the place to go. If you go to developers,
Sure.
yeah, there's the developers changelog in Shopify. If you go over to this link, shopify.dev/changelog, you're going to be able to subscribe for updates, and whenever a new API is coming out, you're going to know that. And usually with new APIs, there are new options for new apps and new features. So whenever this happens, try to figure out how to work with this. So you see subscription APIs, it's a new API. Now there are a lot of subscription apps coming out. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is now there is going to be Shopify Unite. Shopify probably going to announce a lot of new and exciting APIs. And with these APIs, there's an option either to create new apps or to take apps that are already existing on the market and make them better with this API. All right?
Okay, great. Do you know like any group on Facebook or on WhatsApp that's between developers that like help each other?
So you just write Shopify app developers on Facebook. There's one group that is kind of the main group. There's also the Shopify partners group, but this is for partners, not just for developers. Also on Slack, you got Shopify community. There's plenty of Shopify app developers, partners, agencies, all of that in this Slack space. So you can join that. You can just write Shopify Slack channel and find a way to join. And then we have something on WhatsApp, but it's just for Israeli developers. We mostly speak Hebrew there, so I don't think it's relevant. But you can maybe ask on the group on Facebook, and if there isn't one, just create one.
Okay, great. So if you were me,
yeah,
which app would you create like first?
Right now, at this moment?
Yeah. According to your experience and everything.
So I like creating stuff. Okay, so I do think, again, when you said WhatsApp and SMS, I can tell you one trend that I saw over time in the past 5 years. This is maybe, I hope it's a good tip. I can't say for sure because I don't want to give you my word on something that I can't really say for sure. But if I would build an app right now and I would just starting out, I would build something that is related, that is generating revenue, but is related to a channel that is not matured yet. And I'll tell you why. When I got into Shopify at the beginning, there was only MailChimp, which was a general solution for emails, but not for e-commerce. Yeah. And then Klaviyo came and they exploded because they were so deeply integrated with Shopify. Okay, and then 1 year later came SMS Bump. I remember the day they came out, I installed them the same day. It works because it's cart recovery. Suddenly it exploded again because it's a new channel and they were the only one. 1 year later came Recart with Messenger and they exploded like really, really fast. Now they also died down because Messenger now is kind of blocked. It's not the same thing that it was before. 1 year later came SuperLemon with WhatsApp. 1 year before that there was Pushal with the web push notification. And then came SuperLemon. So the trend that I saw is if you're able to come up with a new channel for cart recovery or for automation to generate revenue that is not there yet, you're probably going to explode. Coming up with an idea, there is a Signal, the new messaging app. If you're coming up with maybe Telegram for cart recovery, or if you're going for something that is a little bit more local, I don't know what's popular on the Russian market. I know on China they got WeChat. I'm just throwing up ideas. I would go for something that is not there yet at all, because the beautiful thing about it, if it works, it's going to explode, and someone is going to search for it. Someone is going to find it, and if there is no one else doing it, you should be the first one. Now, I'm not saying you can't succeed with anything else, but yeah, also go with something very simple for the first step. Super simple, very thin, very agile. I hope it's helpful. I have a bunch of ideas. I think all the area of split testing also is not very good on the App Store, but that's a whole thing you need to explore. Over the last few years, we had a very big list of ideas, and over the time, I'm starting to see people building these apps, and I see these apps generating revenue, so that's fun. That's cool. I wish I had more resources. I would probably build more apps, but I'm already fully booked.
And let's say, for example, you launch your ads, and at the beginning, you put it like for free or like $4 per month. That's enough to generate more reviews.
I would go
And
with the
then-
free. I would go with the free version to get started with. What, by the way, regarding pricing, we didn't talk about it. It's a whole different topic. It's something worth discussing. I think you should have a free plan. We believe in usage-based pricing, so we don't really give you the option to stay on the free plan forever, because usually if you do that, people abuse the free plan. They just never upgrade. So we do it based on usage. We give a very, very generous free plan, but we automatically charge you if you pass this usage plan. But at the beginning, don't worry about it. Give it for free, just generate some reviews, and then, introduce pricing as you grow.
But for example, if I put it for free and I get, I don't know, 100 active users, and then I put a price, are they gonna pay or
it's up to you
or not?
It's up to you. We never change pricing to an installed store. You change the rules of the game or before or after the game, but never during the game. So when someone installs, he's going to stay forever on the same plan that was on the day he installed. After that, if we change something, it's just going to be for new users or old user who uninstalled and installed again, because it happens again. It happens sometimes. They leave the app, they go find different apps, they see that you're the best, and then they're coming back to you, and then they pay more. But by the way, for example, we now have an enterprise plan up to $2,000, and we have I think 6 merchants paying $1,500 a month, and they never talk to us. 2 of them were paying $200 before that, but then they uninstalled and installed again. Now they're paying 7 times more. I mean, that's up to them. But don't worry about it. Again, 100 users is nothing. You have 2 million users. Don't think small, think big. Think how you can fit 2 million merchants, not how you can fit 100. The 100 are just there to help you get started. They will help you get reviews. They will give you feedback on the product so that you can make it better and good enough for more merchants. Okay? Also, never give up for any specific merchant, no matter how big it is. Okay? Build for the rest, not for a single merchant. At the beginning, you want to say yes for everything. They ask features and you want to say yes for everything. Just say, oh, cool, I'll add it to the roadmap. And then you're going to start seeing accumulation of different features.
Yeah.
All right. So what's going to happen is we use HelloNext. It's software to help you manage customer requests, but you're going to learn what to build, not based on a single customer, based on hundreds of customers. That's the best feedback. And that's why, by the way, why you want to have a free plan, because you have way more free users, and the more free users you have is the more feedback. They're going to find bugs. They're going to do all the good things that you don't want paying users to do. So if we look at the Carty, for example, and we do top to bottom, you can see all the feature requests from top to bottom. And now you know what to build. If 16 people want it, it's a good start. Probably other people also want it, they just didn't reach out for support. And then you just build it slowly but steady for everybody.
What is this app, HelloNext? Is it like Zendesk or?
No, it's just for feature request management. So you can create a page where your customers can go and suggest a feature. I give the support team to do it for merchants. Usually the customers don't subscribe, they don't put here the feature request. Usually we do it for them. So if someone say, hey, is there a way to export or import subscribers? My support team is coming inside the ticket and they do vote in the name of. And then, where is it? Yeah, vote on behalf, and then they insert the customer name and email. And then whenever we make it live, they all get notified about it. They know that it's possible now.
Okay.
And you can also create a public roadmap and everything.
Okay. And which app do you use for email? Do you use Zendesk or Freshdesk?
Klaviyo. But again, this is very, very far away. Start with SendGrid. I think SendGrid is the cheapest one. Don't think about it. Whenever you need email marketing, we can talk about that, okay? For now, just focus on building an app. Forget about these feature request things, okay? Just have good support, get reviews, and create a very simple app, okay? I'm trying not to make it super complex, because it can be complex, but it can be very simple if you think about it the right way. For now, you want to keep it super simple. I keep things simple, and this is how I handle life.
Step by step.
Step by step, yeah, and without you noticing, suddenly you have this monster of an app and operation and people and everything.
And have you already tried to sell your business or not?
No, actually we acquired one app. We are getting many offers. If the right offer comes along, we'll know. But until now, actively, we're not trying to sell. I'm happy with the business. I don't want to sell it. But if the right number comes, you can never tell what's going to happen then.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to talk to you, Eric. I'm really happy for the call.
If you need anything, dude, reach me out on WhatsApp, reach me out on messaging, on Clarity. Don't worry about it. We can keep talking. If you have questions, feel free to reach out, okay? Good luck, man. Good luck. You're going to rock it. You're going to kill it.
Thank you. I hope.
All right. See you later, man.
Enjoy your stay in Amsterdam. Bye-bye.
Bye.